And we are live. Let me get the song request enabled. There we go. Listening to some Daft Punk now. So, the plan for today is... Thank you, server, for enabling flight. I swear, it keeps doing that when I join, and it's getting annoying. There we go. Can you clear my nickname? Sure can. Nick... Autumn... Wolfie... Off. Hold on. That just changed it. Your nickname is now off. No, it's not. You're good. Okay. I'm like, wait, that shouldn't have done that. Okay, so I've got the materials we're going to be using. What I'm thinking is stone, bricks, and andesite coming down the middle with paths. But there is a little bit to what we're needing to do here. So while we're getting the paths laid out, we're going to discuss some of this. So I got the redstone completely laid out. But we also need to be focusing on the walls in the back, the roof, and then we need to have a collection system sorted out. Something I did not do off of camera. So we need to have a collection system coming out of these, and we need to have something that notifies us that each one of these are out of shears. So nothing is full of shears right now, except for the bottom one on that side. I think we start here. So I was testing because we actually ran into a couple of issues when I started repeating the design. The sheep were actually able to get out once the grass grew because it would activate that, what's it called? Trapdoor that I put right next to the redstone dust. So then the sheep would just kind of jump through the trapdoor and leave. And we don't want that to happen. So what I ended up having to do was change in what way we activated the dispenser. So instead of having solid blocks on top of the observers, we have dust on top of the observers with solid blocks on top of the dispensers. So the dust powers the solid block, which powers the dispenser using quasi-connectivity. Kind of broken, but it works. Now that also powers any trapdoors we have up this side, or on the grass, somehow. So we can only have a trapdoor here. Every other block gets power doing this, which is really awkward. But it is what it is, I guess. So I want to grab some chisel bricks and some polished andesite. Okay? So we're going to do 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and I hope this actually lines up. Beautiful. So it should be that length every time. We shouldn't have to worry about changing the pattern. I'm hoping I did my math right when actually laying these out. Okay. So let's count how many we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go 1, 2, 3. We can do that. Move each of these down by 1. I love how I start saying it should be the same length. Move on to the next one, and it's not. Because of course, what else would it do? Okay. So that should work. We'll just have to do 2 in those. So we'll start from either side. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. Then we'll go from this side. And this will be the easy way of figuring out if we need to do it in this section or not. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. So that section needs to be like that. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Nope, hold on. Now we're coming from the other side because we've done 3. So it'll be starting here. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Not those. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. How did that work? We didn't line one upside. Yep, this one's wrong. Okay. Gotta actually set it up right for it to work. Yep, and this one's proper. Okay, there we go. And that is our last one. So what's wrong with this one at the beginning? Why are you different? Oh, is that it? The observers go out by one more. We've got observers to minecart. I wonder if I actually changed my layout. Observers, minecart. Have I honestly just been going observer to minecart, but on the first one I only did observer to observer? Is that honestly the difference? Is that it? That's the difference. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead. Every other one is like that. And do it like this. No, that was the right side. Mauve, learn what you're doing. Okay. So we need to fix these two. We need to come from this side and extend it by one. So this needs to go out to 3. We should have 3 on that side. Double that. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That'll come out to there. Cool. So I think I just got happy that it worked out so perfect and then just kept going with it. But it didn't actually work out as perfect as it had seemed. Okay, so that works. Now we need to do something with this wall in the back. Now, when I first started looking at this, I'm sitting here thinking, oh yeah, we have a nice sized defined shape that we're using with this. We can line them up between each of these pillars. But that didn't end up working out because the pillars are a little bit too close together. So we can actually change where these pillars are laid out without too much issue for a number of reasons. One, they don't actually line up with anything on the wall, I don't think. They line up with these, but those seem to fit right in the middle of each one of these. I think those just repeat pretty often. So the pillars are just kind of there. So it should really only be a facade that we have to change on that front. So we've got a pillar here to remove. And I'm kind of debating if I want to have a pillar at the end of each tunnel or at the beginning of each one of these. And I'm just going to leave that pillar. I'm not worried about it. So it would either be here or here. They'd be the same distance apart just because of the way this pattern ends up having to repeat. But I kind of liked both, so I'm not really sure. Let's take the oak we have and do this one like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. And then we'll do this one and the next one like this. And we'll have to move this whole wall out by one, which is going to be really fun. Because, yeah, that's not going to work. So we have to figure something special out with this corner depending on how we do the wall. Let's add something here then. So it'll be forward here. Okay, so end of tunnel as a log, like so, or open end of tunnel. Honestly, I kind of like the open end of tunnel because it gives us a chance to have a proper accent there and having the logs up top. The logs just kind of make it look busy with already having the glass panes and the trapdoors there. And then if we have an open end of tunnel, we can put like maybe the wools down here that are in each one. I think that could work. Like just have a 9 by 9 down there, or a 3 by 3 with 9 blocks. of each wool that's contained in that tunnel. Okay, cool. So we've got those sorted out. We need to come up here, mark each of these tops at this layer with 2 logs. See, this is where it starts to get awkward. Marking where there's hoppers, so it'll be here. Okay, and now it'll be across the top here. But we're just gonna pillar back along this way. And these will be the roof, I think. Now this is something else that's a little bit awkward because there's a couple of different ways we could go about making the roof here. I could just cover the whole thing with slabs and just leave it alone at that. Or we could bring it up and make like a whole like square here. So, and that would change how we're going to do our accents here. I'm kind of thinking a square because that's going to make it look a little bit better. And then we'll have to bring everything in here up. But then for these, there's not going to be too much we want to do. Yeah, let's remove these. And what we'll do is we will bring all of this up to this level, covered in slabs so we don't have to worry about light. And I'll have it be something overlooking that area in that direction. Hello, King Things. Welcome to the stream. And then we'll need to bring this wall out by 1. So then the next step would probably be to get this front area done. So we're going to bring it back by 1 so we have access to those chests. It'll be coming down this way, break the torch, and up and back down this way. And I'm not too worried about blocking off the sheep pens because we should only ever have to put a single sheep in them. Oh, that's another point to bringing it up a little bit further. We protect the sheep from lightning damage. Fuels me, Nessa. Because that would have been an issue otherwise. So we need our stonecutter. We're going to make a few slabs. Hopefully I still have space. Beautiful. I'm going to go there and pillar back a little bit more. Now I'm not too keen on the placement of these chests, but they do work. You legit just made your account 2 minutes ago, and this is the first stream you come to. Awesome. Well, welcome to Mixer. Okay, now we'll need to cover these hoppers up. And again, that's another valid point for bringing this up. And we can actually bring logs down the center area here. So if we do stairs here, that'll work. And then we'll do logs across the top. And that'll give us space to run redstone for the shear checking. I think that should work. And all the way up against there. And then we'll want to run the stairs here. These are always fun to place. You can only place on a single quarter of the block. You were thinking about making an account for ages, and you finally did. Well, welcome to Mixer, and thank you for the follow. So welcome for Mixer. More like welcome to Mixer. Okay, so if I can actually learn how to place things. You know, one of the mods I have has like a lock orientation thing for placement, but I've never actually figured out how to use it. And I'm wondering, ow, why would you do that? Why? That's a mean thing to do, Nessa. I'm assuming you were tabbing in, but I don't know. Okay, so we want to go down this side, and we're going to see how this kind of roof looks. And I want to go and get a couple colors of wool, so we can just kind of look down here and see how having a bit of colored wool at the end would be. Can I move my mouse at all? There we go. And come on. Beautiful. And we're going to fill these in. That should be 2 of those. See, this actually looks pretty good. But we do need to figure out somewhere to put lights. Now I think we can stick lights, torches, right in the backs of these with no issues. Because we're just going to be dropping sheep in there and no blocks are going to be getting broken. And that'll keep a nice consistent light going all the way down. Come on. Can I not right click on my dispensers? Did I get rid of all the torches I don't want to see? My light levels are not consistent. We need to take care of you. Okay. That looks good to me. Maybe knock you out. Put a slab there. Yeah, that looks good. Cool. These panes are getting a little bit annoying. I wish I'd made it a little bit wider. But yeah, I really like that. And then nothing should really get out of these because we've got our minecart hoppers, and then our hopper chain going underneath. Looks good. Okay, so this will be the output, but we want to get all of that sorted out separately. I'm going to take those. Now we've got this one to sort out. But I want to try and get this section done. So I need to get back up top. And here, we need to figure out how we're getting up to this section, because this is where we're going to be loading shears. Now let's assume, can't put the light there. We can't stick the light there. I'm trying to think where we're going to actually be able to stick a light for this. I guess it could be either side of this. And then, where would we actually be able to take a reading from, is the other question. Because we couldn't power this hopper chain if we wanted it to be useful. We may have to move this chest either up or over. I think up's going to be our best option. So the reason I'm wanting to sort this out now is because it's going to be easier to duplicate if we have all of the redstones sorted. Let's put some of this away. We're not going to need quite that many logs. I had to travel a bit to get them. So we need a few hoppers. Let's put some torches away. And a couple more logs. Okay, so we need hoppers, repeaters, comparators. We're just going to do one lamp for now since that's all I have. And dust. Okay, so we've got just about everything we need. Let's put some stone bricks away. And some slabs away. We haven't used too many of those. Okay. I should have put the 11 away, not the stack. What are you making? The outside of an automatic sheep farm. We made the automatic sheep farm Thursday, I want to say. Now we're making the outside to it. Okay, where are my chests? I don't have any. I need some spruce then. So that one. Not oak planks. I'd like some spruce planks. There we go. And now we can go down and actually figure out how we're going to set this up. So we need our hopper, our chest, stone bricks. That'll be you. And we need a redstone block. Okay, we're going to imagine we have a redstone block. Here, that is. That's a redstone block. Repeaters, where? That's a repeater. We need you there. Okay. And our lantern here. So that's basically saying, hey, your chest has nothing in it. Put something in it. With the hopper locked. There we go. And the light turns off. Our chest has things in it. Perfect. Okay, now what we need... Hello, girl gone nuts. Now what we need is that redstone block here. That stair to be destroyed. And let's go grab a redstone block or a stack. Perfect. right here. And now it'll only tell us when the chest is not full. See, that's kind of a bad thing. We want to know when it's completely empty. Oh, so we don't need the redstone block. What's the server IP? CapeCraft. There we go. play.capecraft.net. Okay, so that actually works. We don't need the redstone block at all. That makes it a lot more compact. Now, we are probably sticking our logs in one of these dispensers. Going to say... Oh, chests, not logs. Did I stick chests in there? I thought it was logs. Okay, I guess it was chests. Now we can actually duplicate this. And it's rather easy to do 2 lights instead of 1. It'll literally just be this. And now we can do 2 lights. So, what do you think? 2 lights or 1 light? It'll be more glowstone, but I personally like the idea of 2 lights better. PC Java, not Bedrock. Exactly. Thank you for the follow, Buying Nickel. Happy to have you. So, 2 or 1 light? I like 2 lights. Just because I can tell more from either angle, which it is. Kind of looks better to me. It's not too much harder, so I think I'm going to go with that. Let's go and mine the rest of these. I can't mine stone bricks with a shovel. So we're going to start putting the rest of these logic circuits in. So it'll be there. Maybe. This one, back a little bit. And here, and here. Peter, Parator. This is probably the simplest redstone circuit I've made on stream. There we go. You play on Bedrock, sadness. Yeah, Bedrock's great and everything, but Java has a lot on it. Fuzzy connectivity, first and foremost, in my opinion. Okay, so now we need to put our chests in. You're broken. You are very broken. Okay, this one, and... this one, this one... this one. Okay, perfect. And now we need our repeaters. And our comparators. There we go. Okay. And now we've got this one. And this will be one-sided because there's no space on this wall. So it'll be down, up, chest. And then we want to do our block here. Our block here. Thank you, skeleton. Then we want this one and this one. Thank you. I'm just going to hide over here while you burn. Are you expanding the sheep farm? No, we're not expanding it. Well, that sheep farm over there, yes. But this one, we're actually like building the redstone logic for the top and designing it. Last time we got this section done. Between streams, I got all of them done, and now we're designing the actual look of it. I need a comparator and a repeater. So this and this. Perfect. And this way. Okay. Oh, another argument for having 2 lanterns. This chest leads to both sides. So it means that both sides are out, whereas this chest only leads to this side. There we go. Chest here. Comparator. Block. Repeater. Block. Comparator. Repeater. Torch. Simple as it gets. Now I need to go and grab some lanterns. Come on. There we go. Okay. I'm always afraid I'm gonna die when I try and land now, and it's getting kind of stupid. Where's my glowstone? There it is. Okay. Lanterns! That should be enough. So all of these should hopefully be saying that they need lanterns or light. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So the light on means they need stuff. I might swap that though. Whereas the light on means they're good. I don't know. Which do you guys think? Light on means it's good, or light on means it's empty? Because I'm kind of torn. It could really be either way. And it would be as simple as just putting a redstone dust here instead of 2 torches. So, like, literally the same cost. What did you do? Here, watch out. I'm going to put a stair in front of this hopper here. There you go. Okay, now we need to go down and do that for this one. And this one on the end here. Ouch, sorry. Okay, so we've got those sorted out. Now, what I want to do, chisel that out. I want to see on is good. For which state? Because that's the important question. So here, here, jump over to here. We want to go stair, stair, and then a double slab. This one, this one, this one, this one. Perfect! Could not imagine something better than that. Let's get on some oak logs. Grab some fish. Gonna need some more here soon. Now, to get up to those chests, we can do ladders or we can do stairs going up the hill. I'm thinking ladders would be the easiest and the least imposing. We do have a way to get over, so we could do one staircase up the side here too. So like this. We could have something coming up here. Then stairs. If I actually know how to build a staircase, that is. And then it would just be up and over to each side. Not having to jump over these, but kind of get the idea. I think one staircase is kind of better on that front. Let's get the rest of these in. So it'll be stair here, stair here. For chests not full, watching on laggy iPads, so responses will be 10 to 15 seconds late. That is perfectly fine. Thank you for the follow, Lewis G801 and Memorable Snow 41. Happy to have you. We need slabs as well.
Make me happy,
Second one was a bit delayed, but happy it came either way. Thinking it was just going to skip that one. Okay, so now we get to come down this way. Up and over and over and over and over. Now on some of them, I've noticed it's going to clip into the actual containment pen, but I think that should work. So here and down. Okay, you're broken. This one, this one, this one, this one. Perfect. Now we get to go back down this way. And up. Jump, jump, jump. Now we might do a slab here instead of a stair because I keep running into them and it's getting kind of annoying. So, see, look, like we can see into the sheep pen there, but I don't think that's a big deal. I could like rotate the stair or something, but then it's going to be awkward to walk up, so I'm not worried about it. Minecraft and weird stair logic is fine. But we can switch these out. Cool, so we've got one more we need to do that on, which is here. Okay. I'm missing a torch in this one. And I have torches. How did you spawn in here? Where did you spawn in here? Is this the one that's properly lit up? What the heck? Okay then. You are a master of magicians. Okay. So let's start on this one. We need our logs. Got everything sorted out. So now it's just a matter of repeating the same thing going down. Okay, hold on. My hair is bothering me. It's like those two strands that were just like tickling my nose every time the fan blew. Worst feeling ever. Okay, so now it's just a matter of repeating what we've kind of set up over the past few minutes. One of the things we didn't do is figure out how it looks with the colored wool. Is that the word? The colored wool at the end of each row. That may or may not be something we do, but I think the rest of the design's kind of working out. That'll just be a matter of figuring out what highlight we do down there, or accent, or however you look at it. I think the colored wool will look quite good if I can manage to get these stairs to place in the right orientation. You know what? I actually want to check this out. What is it called? XC? So it would be weak toggles. Placement. No? Rotation. Why are you not searching now? Where is it? There is a, like, I might just figure this out later. I'm just getting so frustrated. Remember placement, fast placement, remember orientation. If enabled, then the fast placement mode will always remember the orientation of the first block you place. Without this, the orientation will only be remembered with the flexible placement enabled and active. Fast. Fast block placement. I don't know what that is. We're just gonna leave it alone then. I don't know what it's trying to do. It's failing though. So if I hold it down, you can see it's trying to place another block, but it completely fails. So I don't know if that has to be a server side thing or what. Okay. We'll leave it alone. There is supposedly a way to like lock the orientation that you're looking at, or that you've placed a block, to where it's the only way you can place that block, and every other one will just fail. But I don't know. I may be completely wrong on that fact. Okay, come on. This is just getting stupid. Why can't I properly place blocks? Like, it's the simplest part of the game, and I fail at it every single stream, no matter what version of Minecraft I'm playing. So we've got 2 of these sorted now. Please pick it up before the hopper minecart does. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we need torches behind these. So, for whatever reason, I'm just super excited about this sheep farm. I don't know if it's that it's something that we've been wanting to do since Minecraft was first a thing, as far as being able to shear sheep with dispensers, and they actually added it with like no warning after years of it being suggested, or if it's just that it's such a simple thing that I'm taking really far, and it's just the amount of emergence that something like this happens with. It's just got me really excited about it. But I've just been super excited about building this sheep farm, and I don't know why. What are you doing? You're just failing to place blocks now. Okay, I hear phantoms, and apparently there was already a block there. Okay, apparently I want to disable that. So, XC, fast, block placement. There we go. I'm making ghost blocks, which is not a good thing to have. Now we want to remove these guys. So you can see these guys are eating the grass, but only this one's getting sheared, because only this one actually has shears in the dispenser. So if we come down here, we should see no wool. Where is your wool going? Wait a second, I have realized something catastrophic. There's no grass near any of these. They will never regrow their grass. So we have to replace this row with grass. That has to be a thing. Or we're never going to be able to get sheep from or wool from this because it's never going to regrow. That's a thing. Yes, excited for a sheep farm. I don't know why though. Like it really does cover a lot of the central parts about why I like Minecraft, like the emergence of it, how each thing does its own idea. Like I remember explaining the other day about why this specific farm is good for explaining emergence because it's so simple and easy to wrap your head around, but you've also got all of these little parts that are working together to do their own thing, and how you can do it so many different ways. Um, because I think I was trying to explain how you end up with emergent bugs or issues that keep being reoccurring in Minecraft. I don't remember who was asking about it. I think it was Sargent. He didn't understand why Mojang would have trouble patching bugs. Just, fix it. Like, why does TNT duping keep coming back? I think was the question. So, the nice thing that I like about it is the way everything just ends up working together is they don't tell things to do what they do. They tell them to interact with other things in a certain way. And it ends up with farms like this that ends up like just kind of working. What are you going to use all the wool for? I'm probably going to sell it. I don't generally use wool all that much, but this is going to be a good excuse to do that. Um, One of the reasons I've never used wool all that much is I don't like conventional wool farms. They've always felt clunky to me, particularly after playing modded, where dispenser sheep shearing has been default since like 1.6. There's always some mod that does that. So the fact that it hasn't been in a thing in vanilla until now has just blown my mind. Because we've always had it in modded as long as I've been playing. So I'm just sitting here like, hey, why don't we have this in vanilla? And then they finally add it, and I'm just amazed that it actually happened because I just kind of given up on it. It's kind of like adding it's kind of like the dispensers and seeds thing. Like every vanilla player is just gonna go like, oh, that's never gonna happen. It's too unvanilla. Well, I need a bunch of wool for an upcoming project of mine. Right, like that's the kind of thing that I really want to help enable people to do. Like just a big project that they don't really want to sit down and do. Not do, collect the resources for. Because I really like building farms like this. It's really fun for me and I enjoy designing them. Like we designed this sheep farm on stream. I had the basic ideas and I knew how to do it. And I went step by step and figured out each part and figured out how to make it smaller. Fun to see how happy you are with it. Exactly. I just enjoy the emergent properties of it and how each part does its own thing to get to the end result and how you can do it so many different ways each time. And, Ewan kind of gets it because he programs this kind of thing all the time, but he enjoys working with it on a much grander scale where you're more likely to deal with the code in modded than to have to sit down and figure out how to deal with the end result being the blocks. So for me, it ends up being that even if you've already built a wither skeleton farm a dozen times, each time you can go about it a different way. Even if you're building the same design, there are different ways to gather the resources. There are different ways to remove the blocks. You know, there are different ways to repair your tools while you're doing it. While it's the same task at the end of the day, you can go about every single step differently. Okay, now why does this one get lit up, but it didn't the other time? I'm just going to stick the torch there just for symmetry's sake. Now, we have the slab there. Perfect. We don't have the slab here. What is that? We have two slabs here. That's supposed to be a thing. This is supposed to be a full block. I don't have any full blocks left. Okay. I forgot to ask how your Lake Getaway project is going. So, I'm currently waiting on something. There was a player that had built at my warp point for it, like where I was gonna have the main entrance, over here. I have yet to see them back online, and I am able to move their stuff after a month. So we're almost there, but basically the whole project is on hold until then. Because I didn't have enough stuff built. They're more than 100 blocks away, but I didn't have anything built near here, so they were able to claim this area. So I can move it after a month, but it's kind of on hold for now, because my next big part of this was to like really start expanding and getting everything laid out. I don't want to start working in small areas or doing things disjointedly. So I wanted to get everything marked out and done and then start doing the small details. Yeah, I ended up being too slow about it because of work. I had a couple of rough weeks where it was really hard to get focused and play, where I really wanted to buckle down and do it, but I couldn't. So it is what it is, but I have to wait like another 15 days or so. Where did you spawn? There shouldn't be any space. Really excited for that project. So am I. It's going to be really fun, and that's going to be a place where I could really imagine getting some wool used, because it's going to be so themed and big. So wool is going to be good on that scale, I think. Why is there so much darkness? See, this is what's really bad about properly like preparing an area, particularly if it's the area you live in. You break one torch, you're going to end up with like 10 mobs in these two spots. See, look at this. I broke one torch and I'm getting attacked by a zombie and I didn't even leave. Like, what the heck? Just how? All of the caves are lit up. Like, look, there's like very little space for anything to spawn anywhere. So they just spawn right next to me all the time. It's ridiculous and it's getting kind of annoying. So that's going to be another nice thing about going over there is like during the day, I'll actually be safe. Caves aren't going to be completely filled. Okay, I need oak because we're going to finish this up. If you need any help, you have a huge amount of people who want to help, including me. Yeah, Sergeant also has some plans for the area, but I've got to get everything marked out and done, which is one of the reasons why I want to start on that, because I want to get other people in on the project, but I need to have things marked out, paths done, you know, like the general idea of what's going on sorted before I just say, oh yeah, you have free reign, and we can just kind of get things together. I don't want to have you guys come in and start building massive projects, and then we go like, that wasn't the plan for the area, you kind of have to remove it now. I just feel like that's going to be a bit mean. So I want to make sure the plans are very, very concrete before you guys go in and start building. That way, everything's kind of clear and nobody gets their toes stepped on. I don't want to make a mistake on that front. I feel like it's going to be too much. Come on. Spooktober. Yes. I need to get my Halloween skin put together. I'm currently using my old one for Mod 53, so I need to get a new one done. So that's going to be interesting. Denton's making yours. Nice. Okay, so we've got that side done, and then we want to come around and do this side, but I'm getting thirsty. Ah, here we go. You know, the weird thing is like normally, pop doesn't burn my mouth all that much. But when I'm sitting here talking for like 20, 30 minutes without taking a sip, it really stings. I don't know what makes the difference. So it's kind of strange. I don't know if it's just my mouth getting dry from talking, and that's why it stings. But yeah, the carbonation burns when I'm talking a lot. Okay, so that's sorted. We got that one done. And then we've got that one done. Beautiful. And this one. And this one. And then that's it. So now we've got this wall to do. But I'm wondering if we should have some form of like rail system for getting sheep in. It shouldn't be too hard. In fact, should be rather easy. So if we knock these out, I'm just thinking I'm going to be bringing so many sheep in and out of here that it would probably be worth it to have something set up. Otherwise, I'm just going to be leading them back and forth. And I've got a little breeder set up, so they're all going to be coming from the same place. And they're eventually going to need replaced in some instances. Let's grab some rails and powered rails. We shouldn't need too many powered rails, but I'm going to make some more anyway. Where do I have gold? Gold. And I'm going to need to put some stuff away. We're not going to need hoppers. Not going to need rotten flesh. Torches we'll need. Redstone torches we won't need. Okay, sticks. Thank you. What do you need for powered rails? Redstone dust, of course. Thank you. So what I'm thinking is we just use levers to decide which path they're going to go down, and then powered rails to push them, of course. Thank you. I wanted to fall down here. I didn't want to go up top. Okay, this way, and up, and around. So it'll just stop at the end, I think, rather than having it, what's it called? Rather than having it return the sheep, I just want it to stop. We need to break you, replace it with that in the other direction, and then we'll run rails coming down here, rails coming from this direction. I'm gonna break you and do this. No. That. Okay. So this lever will control that. That's a bit high. That is one problem. We could do it here. Just completely remove this layer and do slabs all the way down. We could raise this by one block. That shouldn't be too bad. And we want to do blocks going down here. Powered rail here. Redstone block on the side. And let's just do this whole path going down this way. I want a solid block. Why do I keep hearing potion sounds? What is making potion sounds? Every time I walk by here, I hear a potion sound, and I don't know why. I don't have a potion brewer over here. Villagers. Villagers make potion sounds? Why? Oh yeah, I have a cleric? Is it a cleric? Okay, that makes sense. I just recently got a cleric to trade for glowstone. So I'm not used to that at all, but that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. I need more rails. Yeah, that makes total sense. Thanks, Taco Cat. Yeah, that's the other weird thing. Like, everything over here is making sounds and working all the time. Like, I can trade with them, and then 30 seconds later they work and their trades are refreshed. Is anybody else having that issue? Because that's not how it's supposed to work. They're only supposed to refresh their trades like 3 times a day. So, I don't know what the deal is there. I don't know if it's something broken or... The annoying villager sounds made me move all of them far from my chest room. Yeah, that would definitely do it for me too. I generally don't hear them from my base, but I can definitely hear them over here. So are you guys also having the issues where they do it the entire day rather than just when they're supposed to refresh their trades? I'm already out of rails. Okay. Yeah, they're only supposed to reset 3 times a day. I'm gonna have to do some vanilla testing to see if it's also happening there, or if it's just a spigot thing. Because I can't find anything in the settings that are doing that. So, I mean, it's kind of broken because it's not allowing us to limit the amount of trades. Weird. So, Taco Cat, your villagers are waiting all day to refresh their trades? I need to throw you away. You can't notice it. You can't notice what? Because that's not a very clear thing. I'm not in that area most of the time. Mine depends on if it rains or not. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Thanks for the follow, Wolfinator. Happy to have you. So, Nessa's will refresh like crazy if it's raining. I wonder if it has to do with the daylight value. That would be really broken. Could you imagine if Mojang decided to code the villagers to base their trade refresh times on the daylight value rather than the time of day? Started happening around the time the mob snap was implemented. That was implemented like right as the server upgraded. I didn't have any issues with it then. I don't know. All the mob snap does is check to see if entities are colliding, and it shouldn't be looking at villagers at all. I'll do some testing on my test server to see if that's the case. But yeah, the mob snap shouldn't be looking at villagers at all. Because it only has like a whitelist of entities that'll actually snap. It's like zombies, creepers, skeletons, pigmen, just giving it a timeline. Okay. That was also around the update to 1.14.3, I believe. I don't know. Yay, I died! What are the numbers on blocks? Light levels, and now they're gone. Which level was I at? Was I on level 2? Okay. This one, this one, this one, this one. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. Why do I still have a clock in my inventory? I don't need that. Okay, fish. What did I come back for? Stone bricks. So let's put the andesite away. Stone brick stairs can go away. And now we need to go down and grab some stone with my last rocket. Okay. This one is here. We're gonna make stone bricks. We've got 3 stone left over. Cheez-Its M&M and M&Ms are good together. Debatable. Definitively debatable. Personally, I don't really like M&Ms, but I'm not one for candy at all, so. But M&Ms just, I don't like the sound. The original M&Ms? There's a different kind of M&M? What? I had no idea such a thing was a thing. What is this? Explain, Nessa. You've got multiple people confused here. Okay, there are different flavors. Yeah, but I'm not talking about the flavors. I'm just talking about hard-coated candy. I don't like the crunch. It just makes my mind cringe. Yeah. I had no idea that there were different flavors of M&Ms though. I just knew there were chocolate and like different coatings that didn't actually add flavor. Okay, that's that layer. There's peanut ones. That's not a flavor though. Is it? I never really counted that as a flavor. It was just a filling. Hmm. Hello, Shadow. Welcome to the stream. I guess technically it's a flavor. Coconut M&Ms. That just sounds gross. Why do chocolate companies always have to come out with the weirdest things? I knew there was caramel. So I guess I did kind of know there were different flavors of M&Ms. What? You has bad specking. Mean bad speaking. There's that one, and that one. Okay. So this way. Bad spelling. Ah, fair enough. I think bad speaking is also relevant. Okay, and to this side, we managed to forget to do these. Salt and caramel flavor. I've never had anything that's actually been salt and caramel, by the way. I just know it's a flavor that tastes really weird. How are you all talking about chocolates? I quit those months ago. I mean, I don't generally eat candy, so I don't know either. So, yeah, don't ask me. I think NASA brought up M&Ms, and I'm like, I don't think that's necessarily a good flavor. So it was like M&Ms and Cheez-Its, I think. Man, already out of stone? I'm gonna have to get Mod 52 on. We have space. Come on, this way. I think I'm already out of stone, but I've got a shulker box in my inventory. Kind of like my emergency stone, though. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to make some silk touch picks because we're out of stone. So let's get 52 on here. You get to see how I set up my stone farm. Why are you powering so many blocks with hoppers? The only place I've seen that is in the pumpkin farm I made in 1.13. So I'm not powering the hoppers. I'm powering these dispensers here. So the hoppers are here to fill the dispensers that are here, if that makes any sense. Also, excuse the frame rate drop, I'm launching Minecraft. So I'm not powering the hoppers, it's going into the dispensers, but it's all compacted because I wanted to keep things small. Okay, cookies exist, parrots, you. Recently went into a restaurant where they had chicken with chocolate kind of sauce. It was really nice. I could see that being nice, but not sounding nice. Okay, so we've got 52 up. OBS, are you going to recognize it? Also, if you can access my homes, go to the home called Villagers. There's a villager with Silk Touch books there. I have Silk Touch books, so don't worry about that. It's just a matter of levels. Now, I've left Mob 52 AFK at my Wither Skeleton Farm. So I have 232 levels, so that shouldn't be a problem either. Now I want to go to down here. Law 52 is safe. Got mending, got emeralds, silk touch. I'm gonna do 3 for right now. And we'll need unbreaking 3, so I'm gonna grab these. I don't have any books down here, so we're gonna have to buy some. So unbreaking 3. So we'll need you. And my axe is silk touch, so this is gonna have to do this. And pick them up. 1, 2, 3. And you can have your books back. Now, I have a Silk Touch villager here somewhere. Where did he go? Is the question. He may have been the one of the ones that died. Because I had quite a few die for, like, stupid reasons. Like, this one died because an Enderman stole my cobblestone block from there, made the gravel fall down, and a zombie got in. This one died because lightning struck here. After this one died, which killed this one and this one as well. Oh yeah, Silk Touch. Sweet. I have Silk Touch for 10 emeralds. And then I think there was another one that died because of a... Yep. So my Feather Falling 4 died because of an Enderman. And this guy died because of an Enderman. So, yeah, the Endermen are absolutely obliterating my villager stockpile. I need to fix that bottom layer, but it's going to be such a pain because that bottom rail line that goes around is now completely broken because Endermen keep stealing either the gravel or the cobblestone and making the gravel fall and breaking the rail line, which allows zombies to spawn on the cobblestone or the gravel and fall in. Do you have infinity books? Probably. Let me see. Wait a second. What happened here? I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Mending, impaling, fortune 3, mending, feather falling. I don't have it marked, but I probably do somewhere. And up here, and this way. So now we get to give these to 52 with 3 diamond pickaxes. I used to have a lot of villagers I need to transport. You used to? What happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we need this. 1, 2, 3. /s ma 52. Now he's got to run up to the bed as well. So Silk Touch. Silk Touch. Unbreaking 3. No, let's not put 2 Unbreaking 3s on there. Silk Touch. Unbreaking 3. And where's the last one? Unbreaking 3. Perfect. Okay, we're good to go. Telendar killed all of his good villagers, and he left the ones near the village near me. Ouch. Yeah, that's kind of a rough story. Okay, what is wrong with my video settings? Okay, that's gonna give me a headache. Let's fix that. Thank you for the follow, Fleeing Crowd. Happy to have you. Where am I going? This way. So that is my stone farm, and I may have left it on. I can't tell from here. So the lever is hidden. Turn farm off. Turn it on. Thank you. Okay. So Alt, click. And we're mining stone. Perfect. I actually want to do something here. There we go. Okay. So 52 should now be getting us plenty of stone. Oh yeah, I can easily tell if the farm has been left on because those lights switch on and off depending on which side is triggering. Now, one of the weird things that I've been unable to fix, if anybody here remembers when we first designed this farm, this timing in the back is super finicky. It'll make cobblestone if you don't get it exactly right. I can't get it exactly right again. I've tried so hard to fix this timing, and I can't figure it out. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's making cobblestone again. So yeah, it's kind of broken right now. And it's constantly making cobblestone, and I don't know why. I know it's that timing in the back, but it's just kind of broken. Okay, so we've got stone building up there, and we're just going to have to use the shulker box we have here for right now. Let's go to our stone crafter, and we'll make these. I should have been paying attention to how much stone I was using, to be honest. I've been using a lot of that over the past few days. I used a ton to mark out the hub for the Cove project. Please don't go in the trash. And then I've been using a ton to mark this out too. So I should definitely have had him there at some point. But nope, definitely didn't think about it. Okay, so now we get to mark these out. Now the reason I am going all the way up against the rails is so we can break the rail all the way to where we want to have our sheep at, and then just kind of drop him off there and like push him in and then just leave him there. Now I don't think they can actually break the grass and grow new wool through a minecart, so we have to actually take them out of the minecart. The main purpose of the rail is to get them over here, rather than to worry about like actually getting them in there. What we could do is similar to what I did with the villager containing area, and use detector rails and kind of drop them, or not detector rails. I don't know what they're actually called. Anyway, there's a type of rail that will like eject an entity from a minecart. We could eject them from here onto a trapdoor, and then they'll just be nice and happy and fall in. So that's definitely an option. I just don't think it's worth it at the end of the day, because we should only really have to use each one once, and then sometimes from then on. So yeah, this should work. Now, we need to make sure we have one block of space above these rails, and then we need to have our levers underneath this. So we need to have a lever there, a lever there, a lever there, lever here, and a lever here, and you need rebroken and placed. And we're gonna go down, break this log, because we need to have it go up by one more. And we're gonna raise this whole thing by a block, which is gonna be kind of interesting. But it's going to have to work because we don't have any other option. So this is all gonna have to go up, and I forgot to fill these in apparently. How long have we been going? Just over an hour. Okay. So with this going up like that, we then need to go up another block this way. And that's going to allow the sheep to get under and us to move around as well. That way we can actually get the sheep in as we continue to breed them. I've got a few sheep in that we might try and do tonight, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment. That side, and break these in. You should technically be open. Okay. And you'll need to be closed. And we're gonna run this down here. Perfect. And these can go to either side with slabs above the chest. No, you need to be full blocks. Those can go here. Welcome back, Taco Cat! It does not appear that I have a villager trading infinity books. But I do have plans to fix that. So, stone bricks. And where is my... what is it even called? Stone cutter. I don't know where my stone cutter is. I think I left it in here. That's kind of a stupid thing to do, though. Okay, let's get some of this stuff put away so we don't have to keep going back for stone bricks. So rails can go over here. And then andesite can go down here. Stone brick stairs can go over here. We're going to keep the slabs. We can put the chiseled ones in here and the emeralds in the diamonds chest. Perfect. We're going to throw this down, grab 9 stacks. and go to this. So for the roof, I'm thinking we're going to do a mixture of smooth stone and andesite, similar to what we did for here. But I want to make sure it's closer to this, just not as beaten down, more clean. So I don't know if that makes any sense. I have an image, but I want to get to it. Before we can do that, we need to get this layer sorted out. So we need to get each of these done, and then we're going to go over it with the actual pattern that's going to be used. And like I stated earlier, we're going to be using slabs for a couple of reasons. I don't want to have to put lights all over it. So leaving it as slabs means that I don't have to worry about mob spawns. The other reason is, well, what allows us to do that is we have a lot more options for slabs now. So when we go and do that, as long as we have a stone cutter nearby, we can just kind of grab the slab for whatever material we're working with. Okay, so there's that. And we're gonna head down this way. We've got those two left to do and this one. So the idea for this area is to just kind of be an open space that'll be a hub for the area moving on. So we'll need to wrap a staircase coming down here and over, and then a continuing staircase down this way, and then something to go through this wall to head down that way. So it'll be an area that we're walking through, I think. And then I'm wanting to build something that comes up down that side that kind of makes that rail line to the villager breeder kind of fit. And my next project beyond those two would be revamping the villager breeder to where it's not just like that tiny temporary structure. Because currently, it's just that thing, which is absolutely ugly and tiny. So I think it's like 10 by 15 or something. We can definitely do a lot better, and it currently doesn't work all that well either. I keep having to go in and fix issues with it. And that was made during the first few weeks of 1.14, like the design. So there are definitely better options for villager breeders now. I have missed things here. And now I'm in a bad situation. Up. And got it. And now we want to line this back piece, top of that redstone block, and go down this log. Now, the way I'm thinking it'll be best to work this out is to just cover the whole area with full stone brick slabs, so regular stone brick slabs, and then put the design in that, because the main thing is going to be stone brick slabs. Now it's going to be outlined by a layer of smooth stone slabs, I think is the word. But we're going to keep this transition here. I don't think there's any like severe use in actually changing that. But we do want to keep this open. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down this side, break these up. If I could scratch my eye for a second, break these up and kind of pare this down. How long do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have 3 here. It's not going to be super balanced, but it should work out just fine. Can't believe I'm still eating fish this late into the game. We need to figure out some valid option for that. Now, I had somebody suggest that I switch to golden carrots. I don't have a good option for gold yet. I get a decent amount from the wither skeleton farm. In fact, I think there's a large amount stored there now. The issue is, AFKing there is kind of a pain. Because it's active, I have to have my alt actively attacking, which means I can't draw. Certain, even just writing applications tend to bug out because auto hotkey is weird. You should be open, shouldn't you? What? Huh. I could have swore there would have been enough space, but okay. Certain applications will just kind of bug out with auto hotkey constantly sending an input like that. So it tends to be a little bit more painful to AFK there versus at a regular gold farm that's kind of just like aggro based. So one of the projects I'm kind of thinking about doing is a proper gold farm where um, it's entirely just, hey, you stand here and you get golden XP. Might be an option, and that would definitely open golden carrots as an option. We don't have to worry too much about getting carrots because they're fairly easy to farm in that small of a quantity. Because I wouldn't need too many of them. Be 1 carrot per golden carrot, and that's not too big of a deal. What am I looking for? I need more stone. There we go. We're going to make these into stone brick slabs. So we can go ahead and convert those. Nice thing about this is it's just like a 1-step transfer from stone to stone brick slabs. Don't have to worry about all the in-betweens. Because like normally you'd have to end up going, okay, now I need stone bricks, and then I need to make them into stone brick slabs, and you just get to skip all of those steps. And once again, we have the hordes to fight against. Can I get out of here? There we go. Oh, come on. I have got to be able to get around this. There's that one. And you can just kind of go off the edge and never bother me again. Perfect. So what we are going to do, we're going to go up against the edge here. And we're just going to do the same thing we've been doing, but instead with slabs. In a moment, it should get a bit more interesting once we actually get to putting the pattern in. Now, once I'm coming down the edge here, we're going to have to come to the sides and do this. But we got to make sure not to do this one because that's not how it goes. Not going to go over the rails. We want to make sure we can actually walk through there without having to shift. And this should help stop spawns, which will make it a lot easier because we've been having issues with that. We're been having issues. I know how to talk, guys, I promise. Can I break you? Okay. So, plans for the style here. I kind of want to make it like a big central square. So, accents heading towards the middle, something defining the middle, and then something defining the edges. So what we're going to have to do is center it. So we're going to have to choose one corner to say, this is the corner we're starting at. Everything else is not the corner. And we'll have to start marking out where the square is going to be. So what we'll do is go diagonally, walking from one edge to the other, marking out blocks, and then wherever we meet the edge and feel comfortable with will be the end of our square. Then we do the same thing from the opposite corner, the new defined opposite corner, and then that'll be our second corner. Kind of like mathematically figuring out where our new square is going to be. And doing that, we're now taking our very obvious rectangle and turning it into a square. Now the nice thing about that is, we've got this wall here. Part of this is going to have a different style because it's going to be partially square, partially rectangle. So what it ends up being is that we're going to have a square going from like probably that corner somewhere around here. And then that's going to have a different style, like a path walking through. So it'll be like a continuation of whatever style I end up adding to this path, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So then as we're going through, we then replace our slabs with that style. So going down those diagonal lines or going down the middle center lines, we would then have stone brick, smooth stone slabs in a particular pattern with andesite slabs or polished andesite slabs. Having so many problems remembering the names of things. So going down in each direction, we would then have those. Then up against this, we would have it lining each side with a central point. rather than following it as if it's a square or a circle. That's kind of how my idea is going at the moment, and I think it's going to work out pretty well once we get it done, particularly viewing it from a distance. Can I actually place these properly? It's not that hard. Like the simplest thing you learn to do here. Okay, so we've almost got these placed out. If I could just learn how to do it a little bit faster. So I'm thinking we should start with this corner, but I want to give it a little bit of like give to it, but we can define that after we do the square. So if we imagine having a path going around where our square is. So I'm thinking 3 blocks out to the edge of each square. So if we have our square going from there, there'll be 3 blocks here, or we have the style that we do over there if our path kind of shrunk down. So if we surround stone bricks with andesite and smooth stone, it would end up being just the andesite and smooth stone, if that makes any sense. So, you know, that actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. You know, stone bricks in the middle with a layer of andesite and then an edge of smooth stone. I think that's actually what we'll go with. And then what we'll do in the middle is taking that, using the same edge of smooth stone bricks, and doing highlights going down the centers. I don't always like going down the diagonals, because diagonal can be a bit awkward in Minecraft. But it can work if you're working on a large enough of a scale. I don't think it's going to here, just because this isn't that big of an area overall. If we were working on something like the scale of the island, maybe, but I just don't see myself getting it to work here. And I have these, please. And this, finally, the last layer. Then we can mark out where we're actually going. What blocks do I have to do that with? I will probably use the logs that I have, just because they're distinguishable. Okay, so if we're going to start from this corner, assuming that we're going to fix that wall up, even though we may not get to it today, we're going to start out this side and figure out where our other corner is going to be. So this is a bad situation, because we're not going to be able to get back up there. We have to walk all the way back to the beginning, jump up here, and walk down again. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I wanted to do that. And once again, we got to walk all the way back down to the beginning, jump up here, go back down, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that'll be this corner. So now what we want to do is we want to count out what's here, go down in the same direction that way. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, no, because that's just going to be this corner. I don't know what's wrong with me anymore. Let's go here and here. Because, yeah, that'll be the same, what's it called? It'll be the same length as going down this way will be. So the reason you start another cross diagonal is you want to figure out if your center point is 2 by 2 or 1 by 1. It should really only be one or the other. It should never be 3 by 3, because that's still a 1 by 1 center point. If it's 4 by 4, like imagine if this was your center point, then you still have a 2 by 2 center point. If you've somehow managed to get a 3 by 3 center point, then you weren't doing single wide lines. That's the only thing I can say. Let's figure out what I messed up here. There we go. And I get that log back. There we go. Okay, so that's our corner. Now what I want to do is I want to go back home. Got my rockets in the offhand. I want to start grabbing the materials we're going to put around the edges. How much of this do I have? Not as much as I would like. Let's see how much stone we have collected down here. Oh, it's still going. That's a decent amount, considering we've only been going for a few minutes. Okay, down and forward. So now we can go in here and start smelting them. So we've got 2 furnace array setups. We can stick 5 in one and 4 in the other. And that should keep going. should start getting smooth stone. So we can take our smooth stone slabs and our rockets and head down this way. Start getting a rim set up around this. So we want to keep our counting blocks in place because we're going to need to know the edges of where we're going to have our box here. Now, how many blocks did we end up on the end there? Quite a bit, but I think that's still going to work out. Like I said, this is a rectangle, but what we're going to end up doing is having our path go along the edge there. To have kind of like an open space on the edges of this big square in the middle. So we're going to have kind of an open path going down this side and a stair going down there. And I have a plan. We just got to get to it. Can I break you? And nope, not getting that back. Gotta keep that in mind as I go through. There's not going to be a floor at every spot. In fact, it seems to be every other spot now that I think about it. Okay, we should be running out any moment here. No? Okay, we still got about a stack left. And an axe is better than a pickaxe. So we should be able to get our outer ring done. We're definitely not going to get the inner ring done, though. At least with this batch. However, that means that we can go through and remove our scaffolding blocks, or our counting blocks. So these can kind of go through here. And yeah, that's actually about the amount of space I was imagining. So that kind of works. And then we'll have like 2 layers of andesite, same layer of stone bricks, 2 layers of andesite, and we'll repeat the stone bricks into the wall here, or we'll do the same kind of curve thing we have down there. That looks pretty good to me. So then coming down this way, we want to, let's go do the edges of the wall on this side. Eat a little bit more fish. Come on. Perfect. And let's just mine, and then we'll go through and place them, rather than waiting between each one. Okay, and then all the way down. Perfect. Yeah, this is really starting to take up shape. Oh, I almost fell in the hole there. Okay. Take a look. That's looking awesome. Okay. Let's start taking this down while we've got some stuff smelting. So we're going to completely dismantle this side of the wall, and it'll get rebuilt. But I just want to have an idea about how far out this is going to go. Okay. And then we're going to take this layer of logs out. Because this does not match where we've now built over here. And there is the absolute brokenness of them deciding to trade. Okay, so we need to take these, break you, break you, break you. Come on. Okay, so okay. So we're going to take this down. I'm not too worried about the blocks that are here. I've already resigned to losing them. But I want to get this marked out as to where we're going to extend it to. And then we'll get the actual design for this side sorted later. So I'm not worried about where the hoppers are placed. Because they are actually going to be covered by another facade. So that'll come out to here. And let's bring this up. How many stone bricks do I have? That should be enough. That'll come up to here. And I'll actually fill that area in later. Not worried about it now. Why am I like bounce shifting? That's weird. Oh, I need those. And one more layer after this. 1, 2. And then we'll probably do the same deal of having just regular stone brick slabs. Okay, it seems that we're actually out. We'll leave that alone. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, so let's give one more look to see how many smooth stone we have. But that is actually all I have time for today. Only had time for an hour and a half long stream. Yep, so I will start like making sure everything's cleared up. But tomorrow's stream should be designing that, getting this sorted out, and possibly working on this staircase working down here. So have a nice night, everybody, and I will see you then.